Top Flight TV, Mr. Top Flight Films. How's everybody doing on this lovely night, lovely Sunday night? Hope everybody's well, man. Um, y'all come on in here. I hope we get some people in here. I'm gonna try to be respectful. Try to keep it very respectful. I'm seeing that the Pan African community is in a frenzy. They are in an uproar. This shit is kind of funny to me, man. Um, we just witnessed Dr. James Smalls, Professor James Smalls, and shout out to him. I'm gonna be respectful. He's 80 years old, so we gonna take it easy. But he just went on a live stream with Dr. Mayat and Brother Unk and some other cat that's very disrespectful. See, the funny thing is, these Pan Africans, they can say whatever they want to say. They can be as disrespectful as they want to be to foundational black Americans. They can belittle how we identify. They can belittle what we got going on. They can tell us, no, that is wrong. No, you guys are not that. No, you guys are CIA, FBI. You guys are this. You guys are that. They can do all this. Meanwhile, at the same time, they're telling us who we are, who we aren't, what we can do, what we can't do, all of this. Meanwhile, while they're disrespecting us, they're telling us we should be respectful to them and other groups. I think the problem is these dudes don't understand what's going on out here. I don't think they understand what's going on out here, y'all. Okay? They're still trying to little homie us. They're trying to little homie us. And they are sadly mistaken. You know what I'm saying? You can't little homie us. That day is gone. You dig? So we all know Professor James Smalls. He said some disparaging things about FBA, and Brother Tariq. And they got on their stream and act like he didn't say what he said. Why did he get on that stream and act like he didn't say what he said? We heard what he said. There were several breakdowns, live streams where people broke down what he said line by line. I watched them. We heard what he said. We heard the implication, right? We heard the accusation. Yeah, I'm no scholar, right? Y'all can sit on that panel and be scholars and all that other shit and hide behind your history within the community, hide behind your degrees. You can hide behind your trips to Africa. You can hide behind whatever you can hide behind whatever. It doesn't really matter at this point, man. We heard what was said, and I would have respected the panel more if they would have held them accountable and said, "Hey, man, look, that's what you said, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what you said." We got a comment. Don P said, "Crazy, because Tariq clearly disagrees with Pan-Africanism and still show major respect to James Smalls up until now. If that ain't two-faced, I don't know what is." My brother, that's a great comment. I'm going to say this. Tariq, I'm going to give you my opinion on brother Tariq Nasheed. Dude has been a class act when it comes to these elders and when it comes to a lot of different things. He told us that he helped James Smalls with the hotel when it was in trouble, sent money. If somebody makes that type of gesture, puts you in all these movies and holds you in such a high regard, why would you even get on a live stream and insinuate that somebody is the FBI or CIA? We heard the goddamn tape, Brother Smalls. We heard it. they tried to play a mind trick with us or something like, you know what I'm saying? Like we stupid. It's like we didn't know. we didn't see the fucking video. We saw the video. And I was commenting on there. I'm asking like play the video. If Professor Smalls didn't say that, then just play the video. They wouldn't dare play that video. Because we know what he said, man. You dig? And I'm not gonna be hard on Professor Smalls. I told y'all, Professor Smalls remind me of my pops, man. I don't want to be hard on him, you know what I'm saying? But the other people on the panel, shout out to Unc. I fuck with Unc. I don't like the disrespect that Unc does with FBA. He clearly doesn't like FBA. He's clearly a hater. Okay, Unc is clearly a hater. He's just a hater, man. He's an old school Baltimore hater. Okay. And I'm not mad at him because I know niggas just like Unc. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. He even hated on the museum. Yeah, Don P. James Smalls remind me of my pops. I really, before all this happened, I really believed that my father and him might be related because they both from South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? They both look very similar. I believe that James Smalls could be related to me some way, somehow. Unc tried to hate on the museum. Until you have a museum, you can't talk about another man's museum. See, it's the problem with black folks, man. This is the problem with black folks. One black man does something nice and good and productive, and then here comes another black man behind him saying, well, that's not good enough. Well, it's not enough education going on in that museum. It's not up to my standards. Where's your museum, sir? Where's your institution, sir? You've given us a lot of YouTube information. Shout out to you for that. But you can't talk about a man's museum that you could walk into right now, a brick and mortar museum, and you don't have one. How to make that make sense, man? See, one thing I've realized, I've been watching all of these Pan-African streams, and I've been very fair. Listen, I want to see if they have something to say. I want to see if I am in a cult. Okay, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to see if I'm in a cult. And I'm going to keep an open mind and an open ear. So let me go over here to these panels and let me see what these guys got to say. Because maybe I am just a follower and maybe I am wrong and whatever the case is. So I want to go be educated. So I go over to every panel I've been to. Every panel I've been on or been to, I click on it expecting these Pan-Africans who are scholars, who have so much experience. I'm expecting them to tell me something deep and profound and something that I don't know. And when I click on to these lives, all I hear and see is hating. I don't use that word lightly. I see hating and reaching. These dudes be reaching for the stars, man. They're talking about everything under the sun, trying to make FBA look a certain way. They're putting together their own narratives, their own scenarios. They're not making any sense. They're contradicting themselves heavily. It's hilarious, man. Yeah, Don P. I wasn't tell you true, bro. I wasn't even disappointed, man, because we have watched the Pan-African community eat each other. We have watched the Pan-African community eat each other, not support each other. We watched it. It's no surprise. I already know what type of vibe comes out of that sector. You understand? We know the Umars. We know the Setis, the Sanetters. We know the all the drama that goes on. And those aren't the models for Pan-Africanism, but they are some representatives. Okay. Let's be clear. If y'all saying Tariq is a leader, okay, Cool. Tariq is a leader. Then Sarnetta is your fucking leader. If Tariq Nasheed is a leader, then Sarnetta is your leader. How about that? Because all Tariq does is his show. He's a minister of code. He's the great minister of code, as I call him. See, I'm not afraid to give a black man his flowers while he's living. A lot of these Pan-Africans are just haters. Let me tell y'all the funniest shit about this, though. It took FBA to make these Pan-Africans unite. It has taken us calling ourselves foundational black Americans for these Pan-Africans to get on a panel with each other again and have solidarity. Because they weren't really rocking with each other like that. When was the last time James Small's been on Dr. Maya's platform? I don't know. I don't watch it too much. I watch it every now and then, but the last 4 or 5 times I watched Dr. Maya's show, she allowed Unc to slander brother Tariq. And she calls Tariq her brother. That's why we don't deal with that community. That's why I don't deal with that community. What kind of shit is that? You call Tariq Nasheed your brother, but you let Unc sit over there and rapid fire the hate, rapid fire the slander. And I called them out on that before, and they responded, and it was just a bunch of nonsense. Don P said these Pan-Africans forgot to realize that we used to have that ideology too. So we're just as privy to whatever info they got. The difference is we just focused on home, tangible outcomes. Yes, 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 that's a fact, brother. That's a fact, man. I wouldn't even call myself a Pan-African. Maybe I can because there's so many different definitions of Pan-African. And for me, all my life, man, I looked at everybody as my brother. Everybody that's black, you my brother. Everybody that's black, we stick together. You can by definition say I was a Pan-African. Some people believe that Pan-Africanism is stating or believing that this is not our home and that we're gonna repatriate back to Africa. Somebody stop me when I'm lying. So I've always looked at every other culture, Africans, Jamaicans, Haitians, as my brother, and I still do to an extent. But now I have an eye and an ear open. It's like this, real simple. From my own life experience, and I've told y'all the story about the Nigerian girl that was my friend. And I told y'all about her and how she said she would never date a black American man and how her parents would never let her date a foundational black American man. That was my first experience with delineation, okay? That was my first experience with it. As life went on, as time went on, I started to see more and more and more in real life. And then I get on the Twitter and I hear people calling us bullet bags. I was done, right then and there. When I heard Africans calling us bullet bags, it was an African chick on a Twitter joint. She called this is a common term that they call us, bullet bags. They're referring to the unarmed black men that were killed by police. This is what they're referring to. They're making mockery of the Trayvons, of the Mike Browns. They make nigga, that is a different type of mindset. That's a different type of mindset right there. I was done at that point, like, oh, this is what we on? So the Pan-Africans, they want us to pay that no never mind. They want us to, don't worry about that. You're gonna be the little homie. You're still gonna, no, don't worry about that. Don't talk about that. Don't fire back. This is what they telling us. Don't fire back. Let them say whatever they want to say about you. You can't say anything back to them, or else you're the FBI and you're the CIA. This is what they saying, y'all. This is what they saying. And a lot of us have our mind made up. And this, let me tell you, man, this thing is just too big for them right now. This thing has gotten way too big. Everywhere they turn, people are identifying as foundational Black American, and I love it. And they are like, "Whoa, hold up, where's the African? Hold up, I built my identity on being an African. All my businesses are about being African. My income is about being African. I name my kids Africa. You dig? And I'm not mad at anybody that does and has. I salute that. But let us do what we do. Let us do look. This is the ironic part. Do y'all know how many streams are about FBA that are coming from the so-called Pan Africans? Y'all know they've been streaming for 2 weeks. Every platform talking about FBA, but I thought we were just an online group. I thought we wasn't shit, and there's nothing to worry about. Y'all can see that the pot is boiling over. They are going into panic mode. They're like, whoa, hold up. We heard about this shit a couple years ago, but now this is getting out of hand. Everybody slow down. Come on back to Africa. We're going to reunite for the time being, right? We're going to reunite and get on these panels together to fight against FBA. Not a word said about the people coming over here. Not a word said about the people coming over here to Byron Donalds saying we shouldn't get reparations. Not one word about him. That was another point where I was like, you know what, bro? I'm done with this shit, man. Yes, it's FBA. I don't care how y'all feel. Delineation is a must. Delineation is a must. Y'all go over there, y'all keep fucking around. Y'all go ahead and be generic Africans, be the step down to the real African. Go ahead, y'all can knock yourself out. I'm not mad at you. You dig? Dog P said, I seen you hold it down when you debated Blizz. Him, just like a lot of cats, don't have a legitimate reason why they hate on Tariq. So it gotta be just who was Blizz, bro? Did I debate Blizz? Who was Blizz? I be in and out of these panels, man. So I be forgetting who I be talking to. It's jealousy, man. It's a lot of jealousy going on, and they are making Tariq look like the real big homie. Like all these grown men have one man's name in their mouth. They should be ashamed, bro. I would be ashamed. Not only do they have the name in their mouth, but you can see and feel and hear the hatred and contempt that they have for this man. And a lot of them never had a conversation with him. I've met Brother Tariq. You dig? Solid dude from what I see, what I've known. You know what I'm saying? From what I've seen throughout the years. And even when I met him in person, it was solid vibes. What kind of CIA agent shows us their family? We know Peanut. We know the kids. We've seen his mother and sisters and father. We've seen these people. What kind of CIA, FBI agent has all this stuff on the table? Oh, you talking about Blizz? Okay, Doggy Diamonds. Yeah. Damn, that was a minute ago. Well, I mean, y'all got see they keep coming with all kind of different. They keep coming with all kind of different angles. None of it's working. Because at the end of the day, we are simply changing our identification to foundational Black Americans. Who are you guys talking to when you're talking about FBA is attacking such and such? Do y'all know how stupid y'all sound when FBA is attacking immigrants? You mean people that identify as FBA? What can you do about that? There are people who identify as Pan-Africans that are in prison right now for touching kids. Okay? They are, I don't even want to repeat that. But why are y'all acting like we have some control over what somebody is doing? The reality is they're talking circles around Tariq Nasheed. They need to just call that nigga on the phone. Say, hey, let's get on the line. Let's do a broadcast. Because they're literally talking around him and they're talking about him. You dig? Let's just say it was somebody else that identifies themselves as foundational Black American. How in the hell, why are you talking about, okay, they said something about an immigrant. So fucking what? That's them. Why are you bringing FBA into it? Do we have to go down the list of Pan-Africans and their behavior? Do we have to go down the list of Pan-Africans and their behavior? Y'all don't want to do that, man. Y'all don't want to do that because we don't look at it like that. We know polite is polite, right? We know Malachi Z. York is Malachi Z. York. We call them by name. They did these things. Their behavior is out of pocket. When y'all try to put us all under one umbrella and say, oh, since John over there identifies as FBA and he's calling people a tether, then the whole FBA are attacking immigrants. Man, y'all got to stop that shit, man. Now, I want to be fair real quick. Let me be fair. I believe that some people, a lot of people that identify as foundational Black American, I believe they're going overboard. I believe they're doing a little too much. I believe there's some followers, okay, that hear some of the things that Tariq says and they're like radical. You know what I'm saying? It's just they're going overboard with the shit. On top of that, I believe there are some immigrants posing as FBA that are acting like us and spewing hatred to make it seem like it's us. Has anybody ever factored that in? That there are people acting like us to make us seem like a hate group? To make it seem like we're on that? But I do believe that there are some like I'll comment on Tariq's, because I'll go on Tariq's video and disagree. You know what I'm saying? That's I'm not in a cult, okay? I'm not in a group. So I'll go under there. If it's something I disagree with, I'll disagree. And then it'd be a bunch of people under there like calling me a tether. Like, that's one of the biggest things I have about what's going on right now. Niggas is taking this tether thing too far, and some niggas are kind of brainwashed. Some, okay? But it's not, I can't label, FBA. I'm not gonna remove my lineage. I'm not gonna say, well, I'm not FBA no more because some of these people are going overboard. You know what I'm saying? Nah. When I heard the term foundational Black American, it resonated with me. I like that. I'm foundational, I'm Black, and I'm American. Case closed. I will never go back to nothing else. That shit is rock. The brother Tariq was brilliant. Dr. Claude Anderson was brilliant when they came up with these terms. Native Black American, foundational Black American, brilliant. Don P, my man, I appreciate it. Yeah, man, look, sometimes, you know, I'll go under Tariq's video, man, I'll comment and disagree, and people start attacking me, calling me a tether and all. Like, calm down, bro. Like, y'all are fucking up. Look, I can't tell a whole lineage how to represent, but y'all make the shit look real stupid when y'all do that. Stop calling people tethers if you don't know if they a tether for real or not. Like, that shit is stupid. You dig? It muddies the water, bro. It muddies the water and it loses credibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Look, regardless of what anybody else does, I'm going to always claim foundational Black American. If something came out about Tariq, I'm still going to be foundational Black American. I love the term. You dig? Y'all can call yourself Africans. Y'all can call yourself Americans. Good for you. You can call yourself an Igbo, Abo, Israelite. Good for you. We don't be over here telling people, stop calling yourself an Israelite. Call yourself FBA. We don't do that, bro. Like, that's not what we do. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a problem with anybody else is calling themselves. These Pan-Africans have a problem Dr. Reggie. I tried to get Reggie on here. He's mad. He said, no, you called me a dusty old HOK head. Yes, you disrespect my lineage. Ain't no respect. Another thing, all these dudes that been on YouTube and been in the conscious community for years think we owe them some type of respect and they can just disrespect us. Y'all got it fucked up. Y'all act like y'all can just say whatever you want to say about my lineage, what I identify as, and then we're supposed to respect you because you stood on 125th for 35 years? Make that shit make sense, man. Make that make sense. Y'all got it twisted, man. Like, it's a new day out here. And it's I know it's a bitter pill to swallow. I know it's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's a new day. It shit ain't got nothing to do with Tariq Nasheed at this point. You dig? People are embracing their lineage here. We have fell for the banana in the tailpipe for too long, and we looked elsewhere. And we finally realized it's okay to look at the history here, embrace our family here, and embrace our family lineage here. Stop other people from telling us we don't have a culture. You know, we stayed silent for so long. Next thing you know, Busta Rhymes come out here talking about Black Americans. These are the people you need to be mad at. Okay. Smalls, Unc, Reggie, Seti, everybody else. Y'all need to be mad at niggas like Busta Rhymes, Fat Joe, Byron Donalds, Candace Owens, Myron Gaines. Y'all need to be mad at these people. These are the people that woke us up and said, you know what, man? Enough is enough. You trying to claim hip hop? Jamaicans made hip hop now? Puerto Ricans made hip hop now? What? Come on, man. We not doing that shit, man. I'm hoping to get some guests on here. Y'all know, my channel normally do numbers, right? But I ain't been on here consistently. You gotta be on here consistently for them to push it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. Don P said, right, these people throw rocks and then play victim when they get, bro. I was on that, Don P, was you just on that panel? Dr. Mayat's panel? They was on there being passive aggressive. Somebody said that we're sick and we need healing. James Smalls just said he understands us because he was where we are and we're trying to find our identity. Nigga, that's disrespectful. Why are you still when we say we're foundational black, why are you still telling us that we don't know who we are? That's disrespectful, Mr. Smalls. You dig? Why do y'all think that y'all can do that? Y'all should say, you know what? Is that what you identify as? Cool. Salute to you. Keep it pushing. Yeah, it's disrespectful, man. Like, come on, man. Like, and it's slipping off the tongue. They're so used to. They think they the big dogs, so they can just say whatever they want to say. You dig? And they don't understand, bro. I don't think they get it, man. I think they're shocked. They're in shock right now that brother James Smalls is getting the backlash that he's been getting. P-Band, what it do? They are shell shocked. But that shit came. When Tariq Nasheed responded to James Smalls, that shell shocked a lot of the community. They're like, whoa, hold up. He just denounced Brother Smalls? He just took Brother Smalls out the movie? Oh shit, what's going on here? That's like a crumble. That's like a piece of the armor. Like, that's like the head of the statue like falling. That says a lot. When that man, and that's why Tariq did it so classy. Tariq didn't get disrespectful. He came on there and he was like, look, Brother Smalls, I'm not rocking with him no more. He's coming out of my movie. See you later. We not rocking with. That was so powerful because that was like the head of the statue coming down. James Small is probably the elder that's held in most high regard in that community. And then for him to not eat, he didn't even get disrespected, but he got ejected. You did. He got ejected. You got to go. See you. Have a good day. Your services are no longer needed. Powerful. Come on, man. P Bands, what it do, homie? I love it though. I'm saying how shook up these people are, and the thing is, they're making it. And the reason why Pan Africanism has caught some slugs, caught some shots. Pan African, see the reason why they're mad, they've caught some shots lately. But I will say this: most of the time, when we say something, it's us responding to disrespect. I got videos on my page from 2 years ago responding to Pan Africans that were talking reckless about FBA. We didn't really jump out there and start disrespecting FBA. You know what I mean? We're disrespecting Pan Africans. A lot of the stuff we say is just us responding to the disrespect. And then they turn around like, oh, why are you talking about, motherfucker, y'all been disrespected for a long time. Because y'all thought y'all had a monopoly on consciousness. Y'all thought y'all had a monopoly on the lineage. Y'all thought y'all had a monopoly on the elders and the leaders and the message. Y'all don't have a monopoly on the message. Y'all don't. You dig? These people like Brother Reggie and other people think that they're the top of the food chain when it comes to consciousness and information. You're not. You're not. Sorry, sir. You dig? Stay over there on side of this channel. You dig? And y'all can slick hate from the sideline. Say your little slick comments. It's a new day out here, man. We're not a group. We're not like the Israelites and the people that want to come on and debate and be the Floyd Mayweather of consciousness and all this other bullshit. You dig? That's not us. We're a lineage, man. You know what I'm saying? We identify as foundational because that's what we are. I be wanting to ask these dudes, right? I was on a panel last night. I went on a panel. I clicked on a stream last night. It was two dudes, two Pan-Africans, well-spoken brothers, clearly American, right? This is the funny part. They're clearly American, but they had the whole African thing going on. You see, at this point, it's like the I'm gonna get you sucker. Y'all remember the I'm gonna get you sucker? Where dude was in there with the Africa and they came in with guns and left with jobs. This is what these two brothers look like. And the reaching that they were doing last night was crazy. They did so much reaching, bro. Like, they didn't even have their shit together. They wouldn't let me in. You know what I'm saying? You remember that jump? They wouldn't let me in, man. They didn't want to hear, they didn't want any pushback. They wanted to just talk amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? And they were wrong about a lot of things. They were wrong about a lot of things, a lot of misinformation. At this point, all they have is misinformation to spread. That's all they have. Hey, Jer, is your phone up, man? Is your phone up? All right. But I wanted to check in, man, chime in on that video, man. I was hoping Professor Smalls would have said, hey, man, yeah, I said this, I said that. Okay, we got some action. We got some action. Valine, how you doing? Valine, the Flame Keeper. What's going on, man? Talk to us. You here. You have the floor. He says FBA's a bunch of pathetic, weak fools. Talk about it. Explain, sir. Explain. Why are you mad at FBA? Show me where on your body did FBA hurt you? Because you niggas are in y'all goddamn feelings. Y'all are so hurt. Valine says, don't debate fools. I'm not asking for a debate, my man. Explain yourself. Talk. You got the floor. See, this is what I'm saying. You see how they coming in here? And to be fair, they're going to be people from both sides that are going to come in and be disrespectful. Sometimes I get disrespectful. You know what I'm saying, on these live streams in the chat. But I didn't say anything disrespectful. I've been just telling the truth. Just tell me where I'm lying, Valine. Where have I lied? Okay, truth don't need to explain shit. Okay, so you're just mad. You're just like all these other Pan-Africans who are just mad, and they don't even know why. Y'all like some kids that are throwing a temper tantrum. You don't even know why you mad. What are you mad at? Because we call ourselves foundational Black Americans? Romea, what it do? Flamekeeper, talk to us. Tell us why you mad, son. Tell us why you mad. Maybe you can speak for your Pan-African brothers and sisters. Okay, Valine says, yeah, FBA shameful, disrespectful to the ancestors. How? You're saying the same jargon that everybody else is saying. You're not being specific. Don P said, Valine, so how you feel? No logical explanation behind your statement. I get it. Yeah, there is no logic. There is no explanation. It's just hate. I told y'all it's just hate. Your boy Pablo, what it do, homie? I thought we were just a Twitter group. I thought we wasn't really shit. Why y'all really are concerned? Some people who are just a Twitter group who don't have their shit together, y'all are really concerned about this. Y'all are just having panel after panel after panel. Y'all are reuniting. Pablo, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm having a great day, man. Having a great evening. You dig? We just chopping it up about some current events. Valine must have bounced. He don't have nothing to say. He don't have nothing to talk about. He just wanted to come vent. He wanted to come vent his anger. He's upset right now because the big homie, Professor Smalls, is looking kind of crazy out here in these streets. The Pan-Africans are looking kind of crazy out here in these streets. I mean, let's just be real, man. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Y'all looking kind of crazy, man. I thought y'all had so much going on. If y'all had so much going on, why is it all these strains about FBA? Y'all over in Africa, right? Y'all building schools and shit, right? Why y'all worry about FBA? It's so much going on. But we know that's bullshit. We know it's pie in the sky. We know y'all been selling this back to Africa shit for 50 fucking years. We know. Don P said, these questions are in good faith. Got something to say, let's build. Yeah, man, listen. I'm on that. I want to have real conversations. I don't want to troll. I don't want to be negative. But I would like to have a real response and a real dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Dude came in here, he didn't have nothing to say. And this is very symbolic to what's going on out here in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? Professor James Smalls got took out that video. He got took out of Hidden Colors. Ouch. Hey, I was riding down the street, right? I was listening to the broadcast. And it said, why did everybody turn on Professor Smalls? And I'm like, Tariq, I hope you don't come with no bullshit. I hope you don't come with this, we love the elder and all this other stuff. I didn't want him to disrespect the elder, but I didn't want him to come soft. After somebody calls you the CIA and the FBI, all gloves is off. I don't care if they 180. You know what I'm saying? When somebody calls you the FBI, CIA, and Professor Smalls, we heard the tape, bro. You called him the FBI and the CIA, and you called us. You did. You said this is what you said. We was a part of the FBI, CIA movement. But brother Tariq was like, yeah, brother Smalls is coming out that HC6. I said, ouch, god damn, ouch, because he didn't even have to get disrespectful. See, this is the type of shit FBA a lot of us FBAs be on. We got some shit going on. Like we not just sitting around on the internet debating. You know what I'm saying? It's just not us sitting around. We got projects coming out. You know what I'm saying? And dude, Tariq was like, man, he got to come out with that movie. And that's just how you do that, man. That's how you do that. And what Pan African, right now, I got a question for all the Pan Africans that hear this, that are in here right now. What Pan African can remove us from some shit right now and say, nah, you got to go? Not only did he take him out the movie, he took him out the museum. He took him out the museum. That statue of James Small, they got to go. What Pan African can take any FBA out of something, anything? Don P said some people who defended Smalls as gaslighting us, talking about some Smalls just criticize him. That's all. Nah, Smalls put a target on our back with those comments. Yeah, hey, look, let me tell you something, man. When I saw James Smalls make those comments, that was like a declaration. You know what I'm saying? That was like the gates opening. That was like permission for everybody else to, because they was already doing it. But that was like a cosign. You know what I'm saying? You can't fool us, bro. We saw that video. But when he did that, that was like a declaration of war. And I ain't saying literal, because I would never hurt James Smalls. You know what I'm saying? Or even talk about hurting James Smalls. But that was like a declaration of war, man. Why would you say that? Why would you insinuate that? There's absolutely no proof to back that up. Then they telling us we taking it out of context. No, we heard exactly what you said. You dig? Yeah, Reggie said he wouldn't come on my panel because I called him Dusty. He did. He said he wouldn't come up here, but it's cool. I just know that he doesn't want to get debunked in real time. That's all. Because you can't come up in here with that. Oh, I sat with Dr. Ben. I sat with such and such. That's all dude does. All he does is talk about who he sat with, who he studied with 30 years ago. That don't mean shit. You can't rest on yesterday's knowledge. You can't rest on yesterday's movement. What's going on today? The movement, y'all movement has been stagnant for 30 years. You dig? Don P said, I actually came on somebody's panel ready to defend Smalls until I watched the video. Ain't no defending that shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Come on. Now he's on an apology tour. Now he's going panel to panel trying to clean it up. And the thing is, he didn't even apologize. I didn't hear him apologize. He could have at least said, hey, Tariq, man, I apologize if I even insinuated. But they so prideful and they think they the big dogs that they won't even do that. You know, they won't even say, hey, man, I know the way it may have sounded, I didn't mean for it to come out like that. You know what I'm saying? I apologize for putting you and your family in danger. You know, slandering your name. You know what I'm saying? And they tried to put it on the editor, whoever posted the video. No. Whoever posted that video, they got it right. They got it right, bro. That's exactly what he said. But look here, man. I'm gonna come back probably Wednesday. I got some shit to do tomorrow and Tuesday. But I'm gonna be back at y'all Wednesday, man. We gonna chop it up some more. Don P said, top flight. The crazy thing is, the second time he did this. Yeah, it's been a couple times. It's been a couple times. See, let me say this before I go. Dr. Smalls, he went on there tonight, right? Because they asked him. They asked him about the clip when he was on Sinetta TV and he was talking crazy about the Africans. They asked him about that as well. And what it seems like is Professor James Smalls is at a crossroad. He's dilly-dallying. And he wants to deal with this side and that side. He wants to be in good graces of this side and that side. One thing that we have found out, you gotta pick a side, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is. These, I'm gonna say this word. I barely ever say this word. But these tethers, not immigrants, not everybody that immigrants over here is a tether, but these tethers, they're beyond repair. They're beyond repair. There's nothing that we can do with that shit, bro. From my years of being on Twitter, listening to these people, from my years of seeing on TV the actions, from my years of dealing with them in real life, there's nothing that we can do with them. They are on the shelf with the white supremacists and everybody else that's against us. It, James Smalls and these Pan Africans, they they haven't got that memo yet. It hasn't really resonated with them. They're like abused kids. They just they got what's that syndrome called? What's that thing called? Forgive me, y'all know how my brain get, man. Stockholm syndrome. They got Stockholm syndrome. There is absolutely nothing. The only thing, let me tell y'all something. The only thing we can do is delineate. Let me tell you something, man. There is absolutely nothing we can do. This delineation has been brilliant. It's been spiritual. You dig? That's what it is. They still have hope of repairing some of these foreigners that come over here and stand with white supremacists. They still have hope of repairing them and dealing with them. They don't understand they're dealing with a snake. You dig? Even some of the ones that's been cool, they'll start off cool and act like they down with the play, and then something will happen, and then the next thing you know, they true feelings come out. Y'all go look, listen. If that's what y'all want to deal with, if that's what y'all want to be, y'all go ahead. We learned our lesson. We're delineating. We have love for everybody that has love. I'm gonna speak for myself. I have love for everybody that has love for me. But this whole big everybody, come on, y'all come here. Nah, that's not happening, man. I'm a foundational Black American. I don't have to identify as African. What ants dude say I was disrespectful to the ancestors. What ancestors? I don't know anybody in my family that's African. I just went home last week, talked to my mother, asked her, I said, Ma, is anybody in our family African? No. How am I disrespecting the ancestors? Come on, man. Yes, I have African in my DNA. You dig? But I don't have to sit here and pay homage and worship and bow down to Africans that I don't know and that don't even claim me. Don P said FBA has historically did our part in extending the olive branch. Them days is over. Don't hate towards anybody. I'm just focused on my own. And with that, we gonna pack it up. Don P, thank you for the last word, my brother. That's you, me and you on the same type of frequency, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just spreading the message. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep chopping it up, man. I'll see y'all Wednesday, all right? Peace.